Today we are going to study about economies of scale. Economies of scale refer to the cost of advertising that a business can achieve in increasing production output. This means that the fixed cost of producing something is spread out over a large amount of item, reducing the cost per item. This can also lead to decrease a variable cost due to more effective production. Some examples of economies scale are producing raw material in bulk, specialization in of managers and labor, lower interest rate of loan, spreading the cost of advertising over a large number of items, using the more effective technology and increasing and machine to increase the production. Now the next thing is, what is internal economies and differentiated product. Internal economy refer to the cost advantages that a firm achieves through its own internal decision and action, such as specialization and division of labor, investment in new technology and machinery, improved management and organization, bulk purchasing and inventory management, research and development. These internal economies enable the firm to reduce its cost and improve efficiency, leading to increased productivity and competitiveness. Differentiated product, on the other hand, refer to the product or service that are unique and distinct from those offered our other items. This can be achieved through product and design features, quality and performance, branding and marketing, packaging and distribution, customer and service support. Differentiated product allow firm to change premium price, attract loyal customers and maintain a competitive advantage in the marketing. Example of differentiated product include Apple iPhone and MacBook, Nike athletic shoes and apparel, Coca-Cola soft drink, Mercedes Benz luxury car, Starbucks coffee and coffee house experience. By combining internal economies with differentiated product, firm can achieve a sustainable competitive advantage for the long term. Now it has some model monopolistic competition. The model monopolistic competition is a market structure that combines the elementary of monopoly, perfect competition. It is characterized by many firms purchasing differentiated product, free entry and exit market, non-price competition, monopoly power due to product differentiation. In this model, firm have some degree of market power due to this unique product, but they still face competition from other firm producing similar product. This leads to downward sloping demand curve, marginal revenue less than price, firm producing at a level where marginal revenue equals to marginal cost, product maximization but not necessarily maximum efficiency. The model monopolistic competition was developed by Edward in 1933 and is used to describe the industries such as fast food, example McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, soft drink, example Coca-Cola, Pepsi, automobile, example Ford, GM, Toyota, personal care product, example shampoo, toothpaste and cosmetic. This model helped to explain the real world, the market where the firm have some degree of market power but still face the competition and must differentiate their product to attract customer. What is market power schedule? Market power schedule. In market power schedule is also known as a market power curve or monopoly power schedule, is a graphical representation of a firm market power showing the relationship between the firm output and its power. The schedule typically plot the firm output on the x-axis and its market power on the y-axis, measure in the term of its ability to influence the market price. The market power schedule is typically downward sloping, indicating that as the firm produce more one output, its market power decrease. The market power schedule is to analyze the firm ability to influence the market price and degree of monopoly power. It is often used to conjunction with other tools such as demand curve and the marginal revenue curve to determine the firm optimal output price. However, rough example are given here. In this example, the firm has a significant market power at lower output level but lost market power output increase the eventually appreciate power competition. Now, what is PP schedule? PP schedule is also known as price production schedule or supply schedule. It is a graphical representation of a firm output decision at a different price level. It shows the various quantities of a good or service that the firm is willing and able to produce and supply at different price market. The PP schedule is typically upward sloping, indicates that as the market price increase, the firm is willing to produce more about it. The schedule is usually plotted with price on y-axis and quantity on x-axis. Here, the PP schedule is a fundamental tool in microeconomics used to analyze the behavior of economics in different market structure such as perfect competition, monopoly, and oligopoly. The internal economic schedule. The internal economic schedule is a graphical presentation of a firm internal economy of scale showing the relationship between the output and the average total cost and long run average cost. The schedule typically plot the firm output on the x-axis and its average total cost and long run average cost on y-axis. The internal economics schedule is usually downward sloping and indicating that as the firm produces more output, its average cost per unit decrease due to internal economies of scale. Here, the firm average total cost decrease output and increase indicating the internal economies of scale. The firm can achieve lower cost per unit by producing more output due to the factors like specialization, bulk purchasing, and more efficient use of resources. The internal economy schedule is used to analyze the firm cost structure and determine the optimal output level, which is at ATC and LRAC curve intersect the marginal cost curve. Now, market equilibrium. We will study about the market equilibrium. Market equilibrium is a state where the supply of a good or service equal to the demand for it, resulting in no tendency for the price to change. In other words, it is a point where the quantity of goods and service that consumers are willing to buy equal to demand that the producer are willing to supply. At market equilibrium, the supply curve intersects the demand curve. The quantity demand equals to the quantity supplied. There is no surplus of storage of the goods or service. The price stability are there. No tendency is to change. Market equilibrium is to achieve when the following conditions are met. The supply curve slopes the demand curve. The demand curve slopes downward. The supply and demand curve intersect in a single point. Market equilibrium is a fundamental concept in microeconomics and is helped to determine the price goods and service in the market. It's important to note that the market equilibrium can change over time due to change in the supply and the market factor. Now, there are integration of the two market. The integration of two market refers to the combination of two separate market in a single unified market. This can be occur in various ways such as geographical integration, combining the market from the different geographical region like national and international market, product integration, combining market for different product or services Vertical integration, combining market along the product or distribution chain. Example, company acquiring the supply or distribution. Market integration lead to increased competition, improve resource allocation, enhance efficiency, expand market opportunity, better price discovery, increase trade and commerce. Integration can be achieved through the various means such as trade agreement, market liberalization, market accuracy, strategic alliances, economic union. Examples of market integration include the European Union single market, the United States national market, the global oil market, the international trade in commodities like wheat, coffee, or cotton. By integrating market, business and consumer can benefit from increased competition, efficiency and opportunity, leading to the economic growth and development. The economic scale of differentiated product and cooperative advantages. Economies of scale refer to the cost advantages that a firm achieve by increasing its production volume or the scale of operation. This lead to lower average cost per unit, making the firm more competitive in market. Differentiated product refer to the goods or the service that are unique and distinctive from those offered by the firm. This can be achieved through product design, features, quality, branding, or other factors that make the product out in the market. Comprehensive advantages refer to the idea that countries or firms should specialize in producing goods or service for which they have the relative advantage in terms of productivity or cost compared to others. This leads to more efficient use of the resources. Economies of scale help firms to reduce the cost through large scale production. Differentiated product help firms stand out in the market and change premium prices. Comprehensive advantages encourage specialization and trade, leading to the more efficient resource allocation. These concepts are fundamental in microeconomics and international trade, helping business and countries to optimize their strategy and improve their comprehensiveness. But now we will study about imperfect competition. Imperfect competition is an economic concept that describes the market situation that doesn't meet the standard of a perfect competition market. Some characteristics of imperfect competition are one seller and one small number of sellers, barrier to market entry and exit information, asymmetry between the buyer and seller, heterogeneous and differentiated goods and services. Example of imperfect competition are monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly, and monopoly. These are the examples of imperfect competition.